Okay, I would like to explain about Moodle competencies. The Moodle competency is a good way of monitoring how actual learners' competency is improving. So you first need to define competency framework first, and the competency framework will be reflected on each course. And this framework should be made as an instance of a learning plan. So this learning plan can collect the items from learning competency framework one by one, because that learning plan can be applied to many different groups of the object. Let's say in university, probably there is one competency plan, but the freshmen are supposed to complete different set of competency framework components. So you can drag and put competency elements, combine them as a learning plan, and to that learning plan you can add you can assign users, a user or group of users. A group of users for the entire site is called cohort. So this is the process how it works, and I will show how this whole process goes actually on Moodle environment. So if you have administrative authority, you can go to administration block. In the administration block, you can go to competency framework. This exists in the competency, and you can go to competency framework. Here you can create a competency framework first. This one, you can see that we are making competency framework on this page. So you can add new competency framework by clicking this red button here, and you can provide information to create it, and taxonomies and the hierarchy of a framework. To save the time, I already made several different framework like this. So for example, this learning framework, English Basic, I defined the hierarchy of this one like this, and at the lowest level you can add another competency components here like this. Yeah, but I would like to skip this for this moment. Okay, likewise you can complete the competencies. So now this competency framework is done, and we are now going to connect the competencies to each individual course. So here I will go to the course, okay, home and course. So let me see, this is I would like to go home and go to some specific course here. So you can assume that here we are on this course, and here I would like to connect some course competencies to these courses. So probably this course you have to assign what kind of competency in the competency framework is connected to this course first. So you go to the edit setting. In the course administration, you can define competency down here. So in this competency, you can add competency elements. I already added some elements from the course framework, competency framework. So I can collect any kind of competency components from different kind of framework. So the way I do it is that I can just select the competency framework, and from that I can click and select, let's say, basic level 1 and skill 1. So I can add these things to, so I just added that competency components here, down here. like a skill 01. This is one I just added, not actually connected to the competency framework with this course. So, and I said what kind of things will really happen when this something's changed in this course. So probably I can attach the evidence, learner can attach the evidence to the administrator, or send a review message to the administrator, or it can make that the related competency to be completed. So this is just making a connection between course and competency components. So actual things happen inside of the activities of the Moodle course. I will show you. So, okay, this is done. After this has been done, we can go to individual activity to finally connect each activity with the competencies, which will be used eventually inside of the learning plan. So let me say this quiz. So I'd like to define the quiz these activities connected to specific competency component. So here I can edit setting of this activity, not a course, but an activity. You can go down to the competency here, and you can search which competency should be connected. So I just make a connection between this course and the competency components. So you can find that the exact component here. So I can add this one, okay? And something more like that, something more like this. So everything. So probably this activity, when it's completed, it is connected to send something to this competency components. The judge will be the decision will be judged by the administrator, or either you can complete the competency like this one. Probably if you click this one, when this this activity is completed, probably this competency components will be completed in the learning plan, which will be generated by example right after this stage. Okay, so I will just save this one. So now that we know that this some activities, how this activity is connected to the competency framework. But this should be instantiated with the learning plan. So now we are ready to go to learning plan here. Learning plan templates. First, we like to create the templates. And after with the template, you can add people or cohort to that learning plan template. So that's the way you can complete the learning plan using template. So first you need to create the template first. So you like to create a plan template like this. So you can give a name like the freshman of certain university learning plan, and you can save changes. Okay, but I'll skip this one. So you can make the learning plan template like that, and after making that one, you can go into here, and here you can the learning plan. You can add competencies. Okay, let's say that basic level 01. Okay, you can add something like this. Competencies, you can automatically check that that competency component is added, and we already defined that competency is connected to many different courses. And you remember that I just added this skill 0101 things to Rwanda Moodle just before. Okay, so that way you can review everything that this component is connected to which specific courses. All right, so It's almost done. So we made a learning plan templates right now. So we need to add a group of people into that one. So here we can come back to learning plan template. So now we can add some more. By clicking this one, you can add a people or cohort. So with this template learning plan, I can create learning plan. The final thing I need to do is the adding students to that. So let's say I can add anonymous here like this, and some more anonymous too like this. This is a very clumsy way of adding students, so you can use a cohort for this case. Anyway, I can create the learning plan from this template by assigning students. So I can see that here, now I just created. No, not this one. Where is this? This is the one I just created. Okay, this one I just created like this. So I can manage it, the competency of Moodle like this way.